Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today for our onboarding training session for hosts with Giggster. Let's wait for a minute and we will start our session. I hope you can see my presentation. I hope you can see the information on the screen. If you have any questions or any internet connection interruptions, please don't hesitate to comment, to raise your hand and let me know so that I can adjust the settings, make sure you can see my screen and you can hear me well. I think everything is good and we can start. My name is Anastasia. I'm Giggster's onboarding manager, and I'm here to welcome you to our Giggster community and cover the basics of hosting with Giggster for you so that you are ready for your first booking. So let's start. Our first topic is the booking process. What does it look like? A booking process starts with a booking request sent to you by a prospective renter who found your location on our website. You can approve or reject a booking request. If you approve it, you get a confirmed booking. If you don't approve it, reject it, you don't get a confirmed booking. Don't be afraid to reject a booking request. You won't be penalized for rejecting a booking request. But it's better to reject it than ignore. Don't ignore booking requests. Neither approving nor rejecting is not good. But if you reject it explicitly and explain to your potential renter why you can't approve their booking request, it works absolutely fine. You are not identified as unresponsive. But if you ignore a booking request, you neither approve nor reject it, you will be qualified as unresponsive hosts and your account may be suspended. If you approve a booking request, we collect a payment from the renter and thus we guarantee your payout for this booking and you are protected by the Giggster cancellation policy. You can also send your renter a custom rate when you receive a booking request and you want to adjust the price from what is listed from the original quote. Maybe you would like to provide a discount or to increase the rate for a particular renter. So you can send a custom rate. This tool is available to the right from the booking chat, and you can always use it if you want to modify the price and send a special price for your renter. Booking requests and booking inquiries. Apart from booking requests, you will receive booking inquiries, which are different from requests in a way that they can't be approved or rejected. Requests can be approved or rejected, but inquiries can't be approved or rejected. They're equal to messages sent to you by your prospective renters through the booking chat. The renter is not obliged to send you a booking request to communicate with you. They might want to ask you some questions before they actually send you a booking request. And to ask you questions, to communicate with you about their potential booking at your location, the renter may use the message host option on your listings page. And when they use this option, you will receive booking inquiries, not messages. Not requests. When they send you a booking inquiry, you will see a message. You are expected to reply to this message. Booking inquiries do not expire, so you have time to reply to a message. It will always be there waiting for your response. But booking requests do expire. They expire in 48 hours. And if you don't approve, don't reject a booking request, so you don't do anything with it, it will expire in 48 hours and it will affect your listings rating. So it's very important to approve or reject a booking request. You can't approve or reject a booking inquiry, but you are expected to reply and to communicate with your potential renter. You can reply with a custom rate both to a booking request and a booking inquiry. You can always send a custom rate from the booking chat with your renter. A custom rate tool. As I already mentioned, it is allocated to the right from the booking chart, and it allows you to quote a rate that is different from what is listed by default on your listings page. It can also help you to collect a payment for additional fees, for security deposit, request payment for additional charges, overtime, extra people, minor charges, damages. And it can also be used to add notes to the addendum to the location agreement that we generate for your booking. If you want to add some notes to the addendum, you can use the custom rate tool and introduce your notes to the notes field that you will see available when you click on the custom rate option. How to edit a confirmed booking. Imagine that you or your renter need to edit a confirmed booking. At this moment, confirmed bookings which appear as paid, confirmed, can be edited through Giggster customer support. So if you need to reschedule or amend the existing booking, the confirmed booking, don't hesitate to contact us through the help chat on our website. Here in the presentation, you can see where the help chat icon is located. So make sure you contact us and ask us to change your booking. If you need to cancel it, please mind that host-initiated cancellations do affect your rating. Of course, we will initiate a full refund for your renter if you decide to cancel a booking, but it's not good for your rating. It's not good for your listings position in search results. Renter-side cancellations are protected, regulated by the cancellation policy. And depending on the moment when the cancellation is requested, you will be entitled to a partial or a full payout for the booking, even when it's canceled. And also we have a default cancellation policy, but if you want to make an exception to this policy and provide a larger refund than what we have by the rule, you can always do it. Just inform us of your decision to refund the renter a larger amount, and we will enforce your decision. So to edit a confirmed booking, don't hesitate to contact us via the help chat on our website. Specifics of the booking process. Before you approve a booking request, make sure you ask your renter the most important questions. That is the crew size, type of activity, whether they use heavy equipment, consume alcohol, smoke, whether they have a filming or an event permit, and whether they have the insurance or they will obtain a short-term insurance for this particular booking. These are the basic questions, but you can access more details, more information in our useful articles available in the help portal, help section on our website. If you click on the help icon, help section, in the top right-hand corner, you will be able to access a lot of useful articles, and specifically the one about the questions that a host should ask before accepting a booking request. Apart from asking questions to your renter, you are also expected to share information about your listing. That is house rules, restrictions, restricted areas, your expectations from the activity, what can be done, what can't be done, and the check-in instructions. This is very, very important. If you have some specific check-in instructions or self-check-in, whatever, it's important that you share them with your renter so that they don't get lost on the day of the booking. You can send the check-in instructions automatically by adding them to the welcome guide on your listing and sending this welcome guide to your renter. The welcome guide will be sent automatically 2 days before the start of the booking, and if it's a last-minute booking, the welcome guide will be sent automatically to your renter, and thus they will receive your house rules, your check-in instructions, and any information that you consider important to share before the start of the booking. When you access the help section on our website, you will find there important articles. I call them must-read articles. There are actually a lot of interesting things in these articles, and if you read them, if you look through them, actually you won't have any questions. I doubt that you will have any questions after reading these articles, which can be found in the help section on our website. You can find different guides, different recommendations, advice, rules, policies to follow. So please check the help section on our website. How to make your listing stand out. So you can find the complete guide in the help section. As already mentioned, you can find articles about successful production listing, successful event listing, successful meeting listing, with detailed explanation on what should be indicated in each listing for each type of activity, how to add photos, in what order, the requirement to add bright photos, to include keywords in the description and the title, the requirement to be responsive to booking inquiries and requests, and of course to ask for reviews. When you get your first booking, don't forget to ask your renter to review your listing and review them back. 5-star reviews are extremely important for your listings rating. Rescheduling and cancellation. We recommend allowing one-time rescheduling free of charge. Please mind that we do not make exceptions to the cancellation policy even due to force majeure circumstances, such as bad weather or health issues or some serious reasons that the renter may present for cancellation. We still enforce our cancellation policy. But we do ask hosts to be flexible and understanding. If the renter really doesn't want to cancel but prefers to reschedule a booking due to some serious circumstances that prevent the renter from celebrating a booking on the original date, please allow them to reschedule free of charge at least one time. Of course, if you're not comfortable with free rescheduling, you can also set up a rescheduling fee, but make sure to inform your renter of such a fee before you approve their booking request. I recommend indicating it in the listings description and sending a note in the booking chat with your renter, informing the renter that if the renter decides to reschedule a booking, they will have to pay a rescheduling fee. You can review our cancellation policy in the corresponding article in the help section on our website, but the basic rule is that the renter is entitled to a full refund if they cancel within 24 hours of confirmation of the booking, and only if there are more than 48 hours before the start. What does it mean? Even if you book today and decide to cancel in a couple of hours, but you book for tomorrow and there are less than 48 hours before the start of your booking, you won't be entitled to a full refund. A full refund is granted only within the 24-hour grace period, and if there are more than 48 hours before the start of your booking. If there are less than 48 hours before the start, you made a last-minute booking, even if you decide to cancel within the 24-hour of confirmation, you won't be entitled to a full refund of the location fee. So it's very important to consider that the grace period does not apply to last-minute bookings made less than 48 hours before the start. If I book today for tomorrow, in an hour I decide to cancel, I won't get my money back. If I book today for, say, the end of June, now we are in May, and I book today, or I book today for next Monday, today is Tuesday, I book for next Monday, and I decide to cancel within 24 hours, I will get my money back. If the grace period is over, but there are still more than 48 hours before the start of the booking, the renter will get 50% of the location fee back. and the other half will be paid out to the host. So it's very important to remember that additional fees are always refunded in full. So if, for example, you charge for cleaning, site rep, equipment storage, or you have any other additional fees, they will be always refunded in full, even if the location fee is not refunded. Can you modify this policy? Can you make it different? Actually, yes. But to do it, you need to inform your renter in advance before you approve their booking request. You can send them a custom rate, adding the custom policy to the notes field so that the renter can review the amendments to the default location agreement. And thus, you will be able to inform your renter of the custom policy, and it will be enforceable for your booking, for a particular booking. If you want to enforce your custom cancellation policy for all bookings made on Giggster, you will have to indicate it in the listings description and always inform your renters in the booking chart of this customized cancellation policy. Communication is the key to success. The more you communicate with your potential renter, the better you can resolve any doubts, clarify any concerns before you approve a booking request. And it will be better that you do it before you accept a booking request. And in this case, you will avoid confusion and misunderstanding in the future. Location agreement. I already mentioned that we generate a location agreement for all bookings made on our website. This is the main document regulating the relationships between the host and the renter, and you can modify it by adding notes to the addendum via the custom rate or through Giggster support. Additional agreements, location release forms, and any other contracts that you might want to sign with your renter are allowed, but they can't be enforced by Giggster. We won't be able to enforce or interpret or make functional any agreements made outside of Giggster. If you come to any agreement outside of our platform, unfortunately, we won't be able to help you with any questions or issues arising outside of such agreement made off the platform. You can see the Giggster location agreement template in the help section on our website. Just type in the Giggster location agreement and you will review the template that we have available for you. Security deposit and additional fees can be charged by sending your renter a custom rate or directly from the renter. Please pay attention that we do not oblige you, the host, to collect payment for additional fees or for the security deposit through Giggster. You can collect the security deposit directly from the renter as long as you inform your renter of this requirement before you approve their booking request. Just make sure you inform your renter of additional fees that are charged directly, and thus they will pay directly to you. It's allowed, so you can take advantage of this opportunity and collect the security deposit on site. If you collect it through Giggster, you can add the security deposit to the additional fees of your listing. You can send a custom rate to require payment of the security deposit. And we will collect the deposit and refund it 72 hours after the end of the booking. So this is how it works. And of course, if you collect the deposit directly from the renter, you can refund it immediately upon the termination of the booking, once you make sure that there are no damages, no additional charges, and the refund process will be faster. Filming permit and insurance. I cited here the clauses from the location agreement regarding the filming permit and production or event insurance. According to our location agreement, clause 10, the producer is obliged to obtain a filming permit or an event permit. However, when it's specified by the host, meaning that the host is expected to check with local filming authorities if a filming permit or an event permit is required for this particular booking, for this particular activity, only the host can make sure the permit is needed or not. So you, the host, are to check with local filming authorities whether a permit is needed for bookings at your location. And if it's needed, please make sure to inform your renters of the requirement to obtain a filming permit. And pay attention that it usually takes up to 5-7 business days for a permit to be issued. So if you're contacted by the renter who wants to book your location last minute, there are less than 2 days before the start of the booking or less than 5 days before the start, and you know that a permit is needed, make sure to inform your renter that a permit is required, and unfortunately they might not be able to obtain it on time. So it's the host's responsibility to check with local filming authorities if a filming permit or an event permit is needed, and inform the renter when it's needed. And the renter will be obliged to cover the costs of obtaining this permit. As for the insurance, again, the renter is obliged to obtain a general liability and property damage insurance certificate. Usually, renters obtain a short-term certificate of insurance, and it's compulsory. It's not that you check whether it's required or not, it's always required. But you, the host, you are obliged to provide your renter with the listings address and your full name to be included into the certificate. And don't forget to ask your renter to send you a copy of this document before the start of the booking, better a couple of days before the start of the booking, so that you can review the policy. And if there are any errors, you will have time to ask the renter to edit those errors, to correct the mistakes. So the renter is obliged to obtain a short-term insurance, but you, the host, are obliged to ask for a copy of this insurance to be sent in advance, a couple of days before the start of the booking, and you will have a copy of this insurance on hand in case of some damages to your property. You will be able to use this certificate and obtain the coverage. Our next topic is the site rep report. Again, the clause from the location agreement that actually contains all the rules, all the policies, all the information that you need to know to be able to host successfully. Site rep, producer and host must be present upon the completion of the booking and to complete a final walkthrough to check if there are some damages, overages, additional fees to be covered by the renter. But if some of them, if the host or the renter can't be present, the party should invite a site rep, a representative, who will sign a site rep report representing the host or the renter. Usually, site reps are invited by hosts who can't be present on site because the renter can always be present. The renter is there, they're using the location, and at checkout, they're available to complete a walkthrough and sign a site rep report. But the host can't always be present. So the host is who invites a site rep. And if you have your representative on site, if you are not available on site, but you have your site rep, a third party representing your interests, you can charge a site rep fee. A site rep fee can be added to your listing and can be charged. You can charge a fixed amount for the site rep fee, or you can quote it with the custom rate, depending on whether you invite the site rep for a particular booking or you are present yourself. Anyway, the host is who invites a site rep, and the renter is who pays the site rep fee. And make sure to include this requirement to your listing and set up the site rep fee if it's a fixed amount. And if it's not compulsory for all bookings, you are to communicate with your renter to check whether you will be present, to see whether you will be able to supervise the booking and complete the walkthrough at the end of the booking. And if not, inform your renter that they will have to pay for a site rep fee that you will request by sending them a custom rate. Giggster provides site reps in Los Angeles area. If you need a site rep, you can email Kelsey. You can see the email address here in the slide, you can email Kelsey and request a site rep for your booking. Our next topic is overages. By overages, we understand overtime, extra people, damages, and minor charges. Overtime is usually charged at 1.5 hourly rate. Extra people fee is calculated for each booking based on the number of people, on the amount of hours, on the hourly rate, and you can see the charge for extra people in the addendum to the location agreement for each particular booking. As for damages, the renter, according to the location agreement, has 30 days to fix the damages, to provide the solution to the issue on site, to provide repair services, to send the contractor to fix the damages. And if not, they may rely on your quote that you obtain to fix particular damages, and they will have to pay the amount requested. If they don't do it within 30 days, you can file a claim in the insurance company using the insurance certificate, a copy of which you received before the start of the booking from the renter. And as for the minor charges, again, you can collect any extra charges, for example, for cleaning, for equipment storage, for some other services provided on site, equipment rental, whatever. You can collect the payment directly from the renter on site. As I mentioned, we allow collecting additional charges, minor charges on site directly from the renter, or you can send them a custom rate before you even start providing the additional services which have not been paid for. Please make sure to collect the payment. Don't postpone it. Send your renter a custom rate and ask them to accept this rate. Once the renter accepts the rate, you will see confirmed paid status. It means that we collected the payment from the renter and your additional payout will be guaranteed. Don't postpone collecting the additional payment to some later date. It's better to request and get the payment for additional services before you even start providing it. For example, the renter wants to bring additional people on site, extra people on site. Before you allow extra people on site, send the custom rate to the renter, ask them to accept the custom rate, make sure the status is changed to paid, and thus you will guarantee your additional payout for extra people. If the renter wants to pay you directly for extra people, it can also be done. You can accept a payment for additional charges or for overages on site. It's allowed. It's not against our policy. The same for overtime. If you see that the renter is likely to incur overtime, you allow extending their booking, please first collect the payment for overtime. Ask your renter to pay for extra people or for additional time for the booking extension, and only then allow them to stay overtime. This is our general recommendation on how to treat overages. We also allow you to fill out a site rep report and submit it in the claim portal if you decide to collect the payment for extra charges for overages through Giggster after the end of the booking. So in this case, it's very, very important for you or your site rep to complete a walkthrough, fill out and sign a site rep report with your renter. And then you will submit this site rep report in the claim portal where you can report any additional charges. And our claim resolution team will work on your claim and will study the site rep report, check whether you and the renter signed it or your site rep signed it, and collect the additional payment from the renter and send you your additional payout. But it's compulsory to fill out the site rep report if you decide to process your claim through Giggster. We have our claim portal. The link to it you can find in the corresponding article in our help section, or you can send us a message in the help chat on our website, and we will send you the guidance on how to access the claim portal and how to submit your claim. Thank you so much for your attention to this onboarding training session. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you found it useful. We are available for you 24/7 in our help chat on our website. Don't forget to say hi whenever you log into Giggster. We will be happy to chat with you through the help chat. You can also send your inquiries at contact@giggster.com, and we will also reply as soon as possible. And of course, we will appreciate if you can leave a review for Giggster, leave a review for this onboarding training session on reviews.io. I will also leave the link in the description of this session. We would appreciate your feedback, your comments, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to join me on Thursday. Each Thursday at 4 p.m. Los Angeles time, we have questions and answer session using the same link. You can join me and we will chat a little bit and resolve any doubts you might have. Thank you so much for your attention. Anastasia, Giggster's onboarding training manager, with you here. And I'm always happy to see you every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Los Angeles time for the onboarding training session. You will find the link below. And happy hosting with Giggster.